Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Spore Explorer. Thank you for joining me in my mycology journey. So as you can tell by the title, today we are inoculating these Uncle Ben's rice bags. What I started off first by doing is wiping everything down with 70% isopropyl alcohol. You want to do 70% because that's what gets the germs to basically die and the isopropyl alcohol not evaporate enough. And then I sprayed the area with Lysol. As I was just showing, I have my 4 rice bags there. I have a card to help later on in the video, my spores and the lighter. I started off by just wiping everything down, making sure that everything was out of the way and clean and sterile, because that's the rule of mycology when you're doing it, is be sterile. So I made sure that I was very sterile as much as I could. I even washed my hands in the isopropyl alcohol. But yeah, so as you can still see, I was just cleaning everything, making sure that everything was clean. And yeah, sterile is really just a big important part of the whole journey. I made a incubation box, which was my first video, that I put these bags once they were inoculated in, and that so far has seemed to work. This video is posted late. I did do this video and record it on the 26th of February, so there'll be more faster content soon. So yeah, right here though, I'm breaking up the bags, making sure that all the rice is sort of just broken up and not in a big clump, because when you buy the bags, they're in a big clump. So I was just breaking up the rice, and with that card I was pushing all the rice down to make sure that there's none in the top, because you don't really want any in the top, because you're gonna have air and gas exchanges up there, and you don't really want anything getting in there and contaminating, because contaminating sucks. Contamination is horrible. So I was really just going back over isopropyl alcohol, which is what those paper towels are. And right here I was putting on the micropore tape just to pre-fire it. But I learned my lesson here, and is that's not how the micropore tape works. It was sticking to my gloves a lot. I shouldn't have put it right on the Ben's original. I should have put it at the top so I could easily grab it and put it back on. That was a blunder that I will definitely change for next time. So if you're a rookie like I was in that field, definitely do the same thing as me. Here I was shaking up my liquid culture. Shaking up is important because it just makes sure that there's no clumps and stuff. You don't really need to do as much for liquid cultures as you do for a spore syringe, but I still like to do it. I put my syringe on, and yeah, this was my first time ever inoculating, so I wasn't really sure. On the first one, I did it okay. I think some rice got stuck though, because as I was sterilizing it with the lighter, there was like a popping sound, and I had never heard of that. I right there messed up and accidentally put too much ml. Right there I almost messed up and didn't sterilize before putting it into another bag. So you can see the rookie's mistakes that I'm making. Likely you're going to follow these similar mistakes as I was, but luckily I didn't make any, and I learned, and yeah. But I don't think that it was supposed to be a popping sound when I was sterilizing my needle. Who knows? Could have been. You never know. I'm a rookie here, so. after I inoculated these bags, do not make the same mistake that I did. I just put the cap over the syringe after I sterilized it and then put it in the bag. Do not do that. Take the syringe off, put the cap back on, and yeah, that'll make it fit into the bag, and you won't have to. I figured that out later. Unfortunately, when you're doing the gas exchange holes right here, make sure you're pulling apart the two bags from each other, because you don't want to cut a hole through the back and then have to like colonize your bags weirdly, because you have to have one standing up and then you have to risk moisture and yada yada. You want to lay them on its back when it's in the incubation box, because that's what gives you the best chance really of growing. Thank you guys so much for staying to the end, and stay tuned for more content of the colonization process of these Uncle Ben's bags and the mushroom growing. So stay tuned, subscribe, and yeah.